Hi ladies, happy Wednesday, and I guess some gentlemen too. We do have some men that follow as well, so hello to all. Welcome to my craft room. I've got you at a little bit different angle today. I'm going to be painting another hanger. This one's a little bit longer and more narrow. The last one was a little bit shorter and wider, so this one was a little more challenging to figure out what I was going to do on it, but we'll see how it turns out. So that's what we're going to paint today. And I did rough it up just a little bit because it had a clear varnish on it. So just took some sandpaper and just a little bit over the top of it. But I'm Pam Savage with Young at Heart Creations, and I love it when you come in my craft room and paint with me, chat with me, and visit a little bit. Hi, Miss Sharon. I will see you in about a week and a half at the paint party. Cannot wait. It's getting so close, and I've got everything ready for it. Just a few little details to finish up as far as just packing things, but I've got a whole bin of things I'm bringing to sell, so springy stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. But this is what we're going to work on today. Going to do it a little differently than what we did the last one. So I'm going to put you down here. Say hello when you come on. But before I do get started, give some time to get on, I did want to tell you about one of my friends here in Sherman, local, that does wood cutting. I met her through my mom years and years and years ago. And she was doing crafts then, had her own brick and mortar store in Sherman, and was selling all kinds of different things, and she painted, and I was so impressed with her painting that I've just always remembered it, and it kind of helped inspire me to paint and to step out of my comfort zone and do a few more things than what I was doing level wise. So anyway, she ran across my Facebook page and realized that I am still painting and doing more than what I was doing when I knew her. So she let me know that she has a laser cutter now, and she goes to Canton every weekend or every first weekend of the month. Hi Peggy. Hello Linda. So she was going to come to our paint party, but she's, oh, that's my Canton weekend. So she has 3 booths set up. I mean, it's one booth, but she has 3 spaces all in one that she sets up at Canton. And she's in, I wrote it down because I want to be sure and get it right. She's in Pavilion 1, booth 87 through 90. So she has them right, side by side. And it's Connie Turner Cole. But the name of her business and her, and she's got stuff on her personal page, but it's My Garden Gate Gifts. My Garden Gate Gifts. So you need to check that out and check out her page, My Garden Gate Gifts. She's got so many cute things, and you guys are always calling me, wanting me to cut some of the specialty things that I don't have a laser and I'm not able to cut. Well, Connie can do it, and she is ready and willing to do it for you. And it is Connie Turner Cole, C-O-L-E, My Garden Gate Gifts. And or if you want something painted, she is amazing when it comes to painting. But she's got so many cute little things. So check out her page and check out the items that she can, make for you. She can do just about anything with that laser. And she's here local, girls, so you would not have to pay shipping and handling. But if you are not local, I'm sure she could do it and ship it to you as well. But you could get with her on that. Hi, Nancy. Hello. But again, I just want to give a shout out for her because I'm excited that she's here local. And if I'm needing something for a paint party at the last minute and I don't have to worry about it being mailed to me, I can send my order into her, give her a call, and she will have it ready for me. And I have seen her work, and it is something I would highly recommend. Top quality, so I have no problem at all advertising for her on here, so, or promoting or giving a shout out, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're going to do this today, but we're going to use a napkin, and I'm going to do some sunflowers on it. So I'm going to bring you down to a little bit different angle. We're kind of sideways. Normally my camera is back right in front of me. It's to my side, and I'm going to move you over even a little bit more, so things are kind of out of sorts for me, so hopefully I don't knock something off. So I feel like I'm really close to you here, but I thought maybe you could see it better if I got you a little closer and just brought you down. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to pull you up over here so I can see comments and see if we can find our live, and there we are. Yay. So now I can see your comments over here. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to bring you down. We're going to do some buttons on it too, but I'm going to let you help me decide what color. Give my iPad just a minute to catch up so I can see if you can see what we're doing. I'm going to put those up top for right now. This is another one of those pant hangers that I have, and it just opens. You put the hanger part down, and I can open it up like this and paint on it. I'm not going to do anything at all to the back side of it. Okay, and I think that'll stay right there. All right, let's see if I can get you down even just a little bit closer. Trying to get some lighting on here for you. I think that will help. Okay, y'all can tell me once we get started if you can see okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with a coat of white because we're going to put part of a napkin on it. And I want the background to be white for that, and then we're going to paint some on the edges here. So I'm just going to do some base coating of white just on the top of it, so that our napkin design will come through with its true colors. If I left it brown, then that brown would come through, and that's what we would see through the napkin, and I don't want that. This is a tiny little area to paint in. So I went with a little bit smaller brush. And I'll get just right on the very edges of it here. And after I finish it, I'll probably go back and touch it up a little bit. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I could tape it off, but it'll be fine. And I'm going to put 2 coats on it. Okay, so bear with me. If I get out of camera, y'all let me know. I'll try to watch the comments. Okay, now what I'm talking about is on the edges up here. It's got a little bit of a beveled edge. So I will go back and touch that up afterwards to get it even. And then maybe do the ends. I'm not sure on that yet. Probably will do the ends, but we'll get finished with it first, and then I can go back and do that. Our big bunny turned out cute. Got her all finished and posted that picture. So she's going to be at the paint party, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So we've still got about a week and a half. So I'm painting a lot of little things like this to take to the paint party. Some springy things. I don't take things to every paint party, but the ones that are coming to this one like for me to bring things. So I'm just got a tote packed up there and not taking a lot, but it'll be enough. And there may be some at the bank that want to come look, because I know the girls there, not all of them, they've got so many new ones, but I did work with a lot of them. That reminds me, I need to call one of them today. So we kept Jack yesterday, baby Jack. He'll be 9 months old, the 25th. And the child is crawling everywhere now. I mean, there is nothing, he just full speed ahead. And now he's pulling up, so he's trying to climb up on everything. And he'll just grin at you. It's like he knows he's doing something special. He was so much fun yesterday, but I came home, I ate supper, and I was out. It didn't take much at all for me to be asleep. He was so snuggly and cuddly yesterday. It just made my day. And one of the mothers of one of my students in my Bible class, right now I'm teaching the 2- and 3-year-olds, and she sent me a video. She was asking him, "Who is your best friend?" He's 3. She said, "Who's your best friend?" And he said, "Miss Pam and his Grammy." His Grammy and I were his best friends. And you don't think that didn't make my day today? And he told her what we were talking about. So even though you think they're not listening and not still, they are definitely listening. So that was a great way for me to start my day. Okay, so on this, I'm going to use buffalo plaid. I feel like you're not completely in camera here. I'll back you up just a little bit. So I'm going to put buffalo plaid on like this, and then I'm going to paint the ends. And I'm thinking about putting, so be thinking about this, painting and putting buttons on top of the napkin once I'm done with the napkin. So I'm thinking, I'm going to do sunflowers, so I'm thinking, do I want to do black buttons to go with this, red buttons, green buttons? We'll see. So as I paint it, you be thinking about what color I should be doing the buttons. Y'all helped me so much on that, on the bunny, and it turned out so cute that I want your opinion again. Okay, so this napkin's already coming apart. I'm not even going to have to pull it apart. There may be one more ply on there, but I want to get it centered. So let me measure here just a second. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's going to be the white one? I think that looks pretty close. Okay, so right there's where the napkin's going to go. So I'm going to mark that just very lightly with a pencil. Okay, that was definitely not a straight line. I just need a guideline to where to stop with my other paint. Okay, and then I'm going to erase it to where I can just see it, barely see it. And we'll go over that with our green on the ends. But isn't it going to be cute? But I just thought the buttons would be cute on it after we get it stuck on there. Okay, so I'm going to use that village green that we used on the last one. I just love that so much with sunflowers, and I looked for it at Hobby Lobby. It's the Delta Ceram Coat, and I didn't see it at Hobby Lobby, but they may have it online. I'm not sure, but I've had this for a long time. It's just such a pretty green. Celery green might be close. I haven't really looked to see what is comparable to it. I did have another one up here with folk art that was pretty close. It's a little lighter, and it was a faded jade. So they're pretty close, but this one's a little bit lighter. Okay, so we're going to do just the ends. I probably got too much paint out, but that's all right. And I'm going to go just a hair past that line just to make sure I get it covered up. The line covered up, and just to make sure that our napkin covers it. And it'll take a couple of coats. Who we got on here this time of day? Hi, Roxy. Hello, Miss Kim. Hi, Cindy. Thanks. I didn't know who would be hopping on here this time of day. I'm not sure who works out of the house and who works from home. I've always got somebody's video going. Y'all, I noticed Peggy Wilson on here. Peggy, you're welcome to put a link to your store. I think you have Etsy shop. But anyway, she's got a lot of her spring items marked really, really low. And they're so cute. She's been posting some of them. They're just adorable. But any of you are more than welcome to post your page on here. And also, Tamara Bennett. Y'all know she is my painting mentor. I absolutely love her and have been a member of her Painters Clubhouse for 3.5 years now. And have learned so much in it. And there's just so much material available in her Painters Clubhouse membership. Her business is Southern Adornments Decor with Tamara Bennett. Southern Adornments Decor. But her membership is the Painters Clubhouse. And she only opens it twice a year. And she has it open right now. I'm not sure when the deadline is. But she will be painting tonight. Well, tonight's Wednesday night. She goes to Bible study. She goes to church on Wednesday nights too. So she'll probably be painting again tomorrow night. But if you're looking for a great membership to be a part of that will help you grow, and that is a really good community, I very much recommend her membership. The Painters Clubhouse. I absolutely love it. I won't get into any of the pricing or anything like that. You can go to Southern Adornments Decor, her Facebook page there, and she's been talking a lot about it. I'm afraid I would get something wrong if I said all that, but I just very much recommend it. I don't recommend a lot, you know, but that's one of them. Another one is the Paint Studio with Erica Wallace, Wallace House Designs. Her membership is really, really fantastic too. She offers a lot on it, and I've learned a lot of painting skills from her. I'm going to go over this one just a little further over that line. Okay, I think that's covered enough. Let me look at it. It's hard to tell sometimes under this light. Okay. Cover just the top there where that white's showing. Okay, I think we're good there. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to do this on here with a small brush, that's for sure. But I just thought I could do a few little sunflowers maybe on it. But let's go ahead and get that part dry. Yes, Roxy, we call each other PC sisters. Thank you, Peggy. That means so much to me. In the Painters Clubhouse, we call each other PC sisters. So Roxy and I are PC sisters. It is a very supportive community. I hope y'all have learned something from me. That's my goal, is to share what I've learned the hard way and the long road way, and so that you don't have to go through all of that. That, hey, it's right here for you to learn. Anything I know, I am more than happy to share it. Okay, that was showing through just a little. Okay, so you see where I'm going with it. We're going to put I want to make sure my green's covered good. We'll put that there, and then we'll tie it in with the flowers and the buttons. Okay, so let's decide where we're going to put these flowers, how we're going to put these flowers, because it's not a very big space to work with. Okay, I'm going to try this round. It is a number 5. Doesn't have the brand on here. I got them online. Oh, it's a Grabby, the Grabby brand. Let's put it up here. Okay, are y'all able to see okay? And let's get some, I'm going to do it in white, for the petals in white first, because I'm going to be using yellow, and you know that yellow is tricky. All right, so I'm just going to start making some petals here. Let's put them in the center, and then we'll do some little vines out here. I think that'll work. So I'm just pressing down, lifting up. We could also do daisies. I mean, that would work as well. These look like daisies with this white on here, and that would definitely work. But I just thought with the buffalo plaid, I would like to do the daisy look. I mean the sunflower look. Tiny. Okay, and then let's start right here. I know my hand's kind of in the way, so I'm trying to keep it to the side. I'm just loading my brush each time, and it's a round brush. I'm pressing down, lifting up. Just bringing them all into the center, and then we'll do our center here in a minute. Okay, and that quick, we've got flowers. We've got our base. Okay, let's dry those, and then we'll get our yellow. Okay, we're going to go with cadmium yellow. And we could put a little bit of orange in it, or clay. Let's put a little bit of burnt orange in there as well. Not going to take much. Okay, we'll go in with the yellow first. And I'm just going right over the top where we did the white. I meant to try to flip my camera so it would be the right direction for you, and I forgot. And it won't let me do it while I'm live. Already tried that. Okay, now let's go in with a little bit of that orange. Well, let me take that back. Let me dry that and put one more coat of that yellow. I could still see quite a bit of that green through there. When is Easter this year? I haven't even looked to see what the date is. Okay, now let's go in with a little bit of that orange. I'm just gonna wipe my brush off, not really cleaning it. And let's just put some, kind of down at the base of the, I'm gonna get most of it off, almost a dry brush. And just right around the bottom of each petal. Just gonna dab a little bit of that orange on there. Yellow there is still wet. Too wet. A little more on this one to make it match that one a little bit better. Okay, so here's what we've got. It's too dark for you to see. See if that helps. There we go. I'm going to move this light on the other side and see if that will help a little bit. This is not a ring light. It's a different style, but I think that might help just a little. See if that brightens it up some. Okay, so now I want to go in with black. I want to, before I do anything else, we need to shade. Let's do some shading on that edge. Okay, this is Hauser Medium Green. So we're just going to go around the edge a little bit. Just going to get it a little damp. And I'm just going to get a little bit on the edge of this brush. Should have done that before I put the flower on. Okay, let's do the top part. I'm not going to worry about this edge because it's going to be under the napkin. This edge here. And we can just go in between. Those petals, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, there's with that shading and without it. So definitely makes a difference with the shading. Okay, let's do our next one. Get it a little damp. The flowers look a little puny right now, but we'll work on those. Pam. Lost my comments there. Hello, Miss Jennifer. April the 9th. Okay, I wasn't sure. Hi, Renee. We are having, not this weekend, but next weekend, big group over to our house. I have the paint party Saturday. Well, let's see. I mean, not Saturday. I'm sorry. I have the paint party on that Friday. Y'all were going, wait, I signed up for Friday. It's for the paint party is, I've got so many things going on. The paint party is on Friday. And then we have a big group of people over Saturday, probably about 20, Saturday evening. So we've got a lot going on this next weekend. Okay, so that's good on the shading. Y'all be thinking now what color we need to do these buttons. I know it's kind of hard to tell until we get it painted. And now let's go in with our centers. And I'm just going to take this same round brush. Well, actually, I've got a little bitty, I call it a scruffy brush. It's just definitely lost its shape. It was a flat brush. It is not flat anymore. So I'm going to use that. We'll just go in. I'm not even going to wet it. And I'm just going to use the tip of it can just do it straight up and down. Okay, let's try that, and let's put a little bit lighter. We'll put a little bit darker brown and then a little bit lighter brown on it. So let's start with, let's do some, we'll do sable brown, and then we'll go in, I'll grab it a little bit lighter color on it, and that's all it's going to take. And I am going to switch to my round. And let's just do some dots. And I am not applying any pressure at all here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a I don't even know where this paint came from, but it's wicker. So it'd be the same as like your sand in Deco Art, bleached sand, or maybe even a khaki. Just a shade lighter than that brown we just used. And I'm going to dry just a little bit. Just to give it one more layer. And I'm going to go in with a smaller round on this one. This one is a grabby, and it's a 000. It's probably going to be hard for you to see on camera, but I can definitely see the color contrast. Okay, let me look at them here. I'm going to go up just a little further. So I'm going back to that darker brown. And then we'll put our lighter brown over it. And that time I didn't even change the brush. I just used a little less pressure. Okay, now I'm going to switch to my, this is a 10 Velvet Touch. And let's do a little bit of a highlight. Just barely putting any on. And we'll put just a little highlight. Just a little comma stroke. Let's do the same thing over here. And we could even put a little bit on some of our petals. They're so tiny, it's hard to really get it to show up on camera. But okay, and let's do this one. My hubby planted seeds about 10 days ago inside in some little seed starters with peppers and tomatoes, and he's going to put out in his planter box, that his little garden box that he built. And he's probably got, oh, I don't know, a dozen plants coming up, and he has been so excited about them. He goes and checks them every day. He even talks to them. And it's a side of him I've never seen. So his retirement years are definitely interesting to see. He sold his motorcycle. He's done with that. And so now he's planting vegetables. And I'm excited about it because I love garden vegetables. Okay, so here's what we've got. So far, I think it's gonna be cute. I want to do some vines here, and then I've got the buttons ready to paint, but I don't know what color I'm going to do them yet. So that's what I'm waiting on, for y'all to help me decide what color I'm going to paint these buttons. I'm going to put one on each end and then one in the middle, I think. And I'll have to have the holes going the same way because I'm OCD that way. Okay, so we'll have to be thinking about that. I could do them black. I could do them yellow. I could do them this green. This is why I never throw my napkin scraps away. That scrap was, I mean, just worked perfect. I had to cut it down a little bit, but other than that, it worked pretty good. Okay, so let's get some vines going, and I'm going to use my, that little tiny 10-0, I think that's what I'm going to use. All right, we're going to start with that. We'll see. And I'm going to go with that Hauser medium green that I've shaded it with. I'm going to water it down just a little bit. Okay, we'll have a vine coming out this way. Let me do it this way so maybe you can see better. And then let's have one coming out the other side. I am fighting a sinus infection, and it has about got the best of me the last couple of days. And I think it's the wind has just been terrible here for 2-3 weeks, just non-stop. Okay, and let's put some leaves on it. So I'm switching to that little bit larger round. And I need to decide which way I want my leaves to go. So these will go out this way. And I'm just pressing down and pulling up. So not a lot of detail in this, but it does make a difference. Okay, so I want the leaves going the opposite direction over here. And I'm reloading my brush for each leaf. Okay, so there's that one. I know, Peggy, but I just heard on the radio right before I got on here live that they named 3 places, 3 states that said they were just having a lot of allergy and sinus problems, that they're, thank you, Kim, that the allergy season had extended way past what it normally does. The pollen, said the pollen was still hanging around, and said the Dallas area, our area here in North Texas, was one of the worst. And I was going, I believe it. Okay, so I get these the right way. Out. Okay, so this one's going to go out towards the end. Now, we were talking about what these could be used for, and I think they would be great calendar holders. You could hang photos and switch out photos periodically. You could hang any kind of seasonal, photos, cards, and recipe holders. It'd be so cute in a kitchen to hold recipes, or just any kind of quote, scripture. Let's put some little ones down here. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of detail with my little bitty brush, but I need to dry it. And then I will spray seal it with I'm going to Mod Podge, but I'm also going to spray seal with a glossy sealer on it. So let's go with, let me get some of my apple green. It's just Delta Ceramcoat, apple green, lime green would work, just any kind of a yellowish green for a highlight on the leaf. And these leaves are so tiny, it's not going to take much. Okay, so I'm back to that real small brush. And make this the front. Normally I would shade these, but that is too tiny of a space to shade. For me, anyway. Okay, let's do here. And then we'll put some darker green on the bottom of them. I am at, put that one in the wrong spot, 1,334 followers. I've been getting 1 or 2 new ones a day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is very much in part because of you guys sprinkling my videos out, sprinkling that love. It really makes a difference. So when you're watching lives, whether it be making wreaths or painters or whatever you're watching, if it's something you've enjoyed and you like, when you give those hearts, anything like that, when you comment on there, that shows Facebook that you're engaged in whoever the presenter is, and that helps us get our numbers out of who Facebook shows our videos to. We may have, like I've said before, we may have 1,000 followers, but they only show us to 100, you know, our videos out. And then what you share out too. So it really helps a lot, and we appreciate it so, so much. Okay, now I'm going to take my little daughter, my tiny one, and let's do some little fake flowers, I guess you call them. They're not really, I don't know, just some dots that look like flowers. And we'll put them here at the ends. Very tiny, but makes a statement. Okay, so there's our little flowers. Little dots on the vines. Buds, maybe they are. And then I think I'll put some yellow also. These daughters I got at Hobby Lobby, a package of 3, so you get 6 different sizes. And they're over in the, where the art supplies, not the craft supplies, but the actual art supplies are, the art tools. Put a few little white dots in here. All right, we are getting there. All right, let's dry that really well. And let's put some yellow dots. The yellow is almost dry. I may have to grab some more. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, yeah, I really like that. Okay, here's the one without yellow. And here's the one with the yellow dots. I think I like the one with the yellow dots better. So we'll go ahead and add it on this side. All right, I'm holding my breath so I don't have to put any more. Let's see, I'm just gonna get some out of the lid because I'm just scraping that off the plate. And you want a little bit of a puddle. I mean, you want it kind of hanging off of your daughter so it makes a good dot. You don't want a flat dot. Okay. Now we could even put, what do you think about putting some little, trying to get it where to focus, some little black dots in it. So what do you think about some black dots? There's the yellow. I know that's not real focused. So what do you think about some black dots? I've been told that. They call me Termite Grammy. They say all the time, don't leave anything laying around that you don't want painted, because Grammy will paint it. Yeah, I haven't been going outside much either. Allergies horrible there too. Ugh. Peggy, are you going to Tamara's live event in Florida in September? The black dots, Peggy, I just thought about right where we just did the little white and yellow. I thought we might put just a few of the black, not many, but just a few that would make the other colors pop. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Because we're going to have the black here. That's what I was kind of thinking. Okay, Peggy says yes. All right, so I'm going to take that small one again. And I'm just dipping it up till it just kind of drips off, makes a little puddle. All right, let's just put a few here in there. I don't want it to be in your face taking over black, but just enough to make the other colors pop and kind of tie in the center of our flower. Okay, yes. Good call, Peggy. So I am at 1,334. So all of my regulars on here know that every time I get to a new 100 on followers, so when I get to 1,400, I will do another Happy Mail drawing. Okay, yes, love, love, love that. That made a big difference. You don't always think of black being, you know, a color you really need, but sometimes it's just enough to make it, make all the other colors really, really pop. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of white highlights in here with my little makeup scrubber. It's just a makeup brush. It's Wet n Wild from Dollar Tree. And they're great for doing some highlights, dry brushing. So I'm going to get it on the brush. My brush is not even wet. As much as I can off on the plate, but then I'm going to put it on my hand and get most of the rest of it off. I don't want it to be harsh at all. And let's put some little highlights in here. You can even put a little bit on our petals. I'm really working it down into those bristles and then getting it off on my hand. I don't want to do it so hard that it covers up our shading or floating on around the edges. But it just looks like the light's shining. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's got some really pretty highlights in there now. Okay, let me wash my hand off. I think we're ready to put our napkin on. Thanks for sprinkling, Peggy. Can't decide on the button color until you see the plaid on. Okay, there's the plaid. And the button's going to be in the middle and then on each end. Yellow would be cute. Black would even look good. So I'm going to let y'all decide. Thanks, Sandy. Okay, y'all bear with me. I'm going to have to opening my Mod Podge, and I forgot to loosen it before I got on here. I just take a knife and hit it, and that loosens it right up. Okay, so let me get one of my brushes that I don't mind getting Mod Podge on. It washes out, but I try not to use my good brushes for it. Putting it just barely over that green, so I make sure I've got it all covered. Okay, I'm just going to lay the lid on that so it doesn't dry out. This ring light dries it out pretty fast. Okay, and you know one of the layers came off, one of the plies came off of the napkin, but I can tell it's still not completely see-through, so I know there's got to be another ply there. So I'm just going to get my finger wet just a little bit on my tongue, my finger and my thumb, and pull it apart. Oh, yep, one more. Now I can see that pattern. That's the back side. But now I can see my fingers almost through it. So always make sure there's going to be at least 2 plies on there, 1 or 2, but sometimes there's 3 and 4. Okay, so I'm going to stand up to do this because I want to make sure I get it even. Actually, I think I can even, whoops, I almost tore it there. Snip a little bit off of that edge there. Okay, and then I just need to add a little bit green there. It was just not straight. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little chip brush. And just work any of those air bubbles out. Looks like I need a little more. Of the Mod Podge under this little corner here. So I'm just going right under those edges where some of it didn't catch. That one looks good. And then we'll take some of that Village Green. And fill in that gap. Okay, looks like we're good on that side. Okay, I'm going to dry that just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a coat on top. And while that's drying, we'll decide on our button colors. You know what I can do? I've got some buttons over there in a jar that are just the plastic buttons. But I wanted to use wood, and that might help us decide what color. Try it just a little more. And then I'm just going to gently go right over the top of that. I'm not going to worry about getting it over the flowers because I'm going to be spray sealing it with that gloss. But I did want to make sure that this napkin is down really well. Okay, and that needs to be drying. Okay, we're finished with our Mod Podge, so I'm going to put it away. Let me grab these other buttons over here and see if that will help us. I am always grabbing buttons when I'm at garage sales. A lot of times you'll find them. Oh, I didn't grab, oh yes it is, black. So if we go with black, I can just use the black ones, but here's the black. Now that's still wet, so I can't put them down there yet, but that would be the black ones. Here would be yellow. Let's see if we can dry that enough to where we can lay them down. Give me a minute to catch up on comments. Natural or yellow? Natural. This would be really cute with a bow, just a little bow put up here, you know, out of some really narrow ribbon to match the colors. Let's see, I had some different ones too. Those don't really show up well enough. They blend in too much. I could just play with buttons all the time. All right, I'm going to put a couple of red ones on here, just to give us a color idea. They're little, I wouldn't use these, but okay, so there's the red. I don't like the red with this color palette, so I'm not even going to take a vote because I would have the heebie-jeebies if I used that. I don't like that. The black. Okay, there's the black. It's hard to hold it up without it falling off. Here's the yellow. That's the brighter yellow. Not crazy about it. Just doesn't go with our yellow. And then here's the color that we shaded, or we kind of mixed in. It's more of a harvest gold color. I've only got two there. Or the natural. Okay, so my vote is down to 2, and I'm saying either the natural, so there's the natural ones, or the black ones. Okay, so everybody say natural or black. Which ones do you think? Natural or black? I'll give you just a minute to vote on that. I'll put a natural one in the middle here. So we're voting on natural or black. The yellow and the gold and red are out. Natural, natural, black. So, okay, we've got 3 naturals, 1 black, 2 blacks. So 3, So for natural is winning. Okay, let me look at them now. I'm leaning towards the black. Or stained a little bit. The natural is cute, but it doesn't really go with the stain that's on top. Okay, any more votes? All right, let's look here. It's always the little things that are the hardest, isn't it? I think I like the wood. But with I don't know, y'all. I kind of like the black because it pulls out the little black dots that we had, and it pulls out the black centers. Oop, come back here. I know, I got to make a decision. Church starts at 7, huh? And we got to have supper before that. Okay, I could stain these, a stain, but I don't think that would go either. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make an executive call. I think either would go, but I think with this one, I think the black is pulling out the black that we have over here. I think it's helping to tie that in. But I like the wood shapes on these better, so I'm going to paint them black. Okay, Peggy's saying black now too, so okay, I feel better. Peggy's gonna still love me. Okay. All right, so let's get our black. And we're just gonna paint these. And I've got a sticky side up painter's tape. And I want to get down in those holes. So to get down in the holes, I'm going to get this smaller round. But I've got them, I put it on a towel, took it off to get some of the sticky off. And then I taped that down with some tape. So that way I'm not having to hold these and get it all over my hands. So right now I'm just filling in those holes. Okay, and let's go to our flat brush. Probably gonna have to get some more black paint. I don't care about the bottom because they're not going to show it all underneath. Okay, I have a question also for you guys. I'm planning to do an online workshop. You know, we did one, back in I think last November, maybe? We did the snowman. Can't remember the exact dates that we did that, but, and we did it on a Thursday evening, Friday evening, and Saturday morning. So I'm preparing another online workshop. This is going to be springy one. Well, not really spring. I mean, you can use it spring and summer. I'm still working on the design. But would you prefer, comment, even if you're watching the replay, be sure and put hashtag replay, and thank you for watching the replay. But what would your vote be? Would you prefer to do one on a Monday evening, a Tuesday evening, and then not do anything on that Wednesday because I go to church on Wednesday evenings, and that would give you a chance to catch up like a 4-hour or so on a Saturday. Just do it all on a Saturday. What would you prefer? I can do either. I don't want to overwhelm you doing it all in one day, but I know everybody's schedules are crazy, and doing it on 3 days may be harder during the week. So I'm open for either one. So I'm just want to hear what you guys have to say and what your thoughts are on it. So again, if you're watching the replay of this, comment and let me know. Even if you're not going to be participating in it, what would you prefer if you were going to do one? A 3-day, 3-evening during the week, or a half to full day on a Saturday doing it? You know, breaking for lunch and coming back. And that would be online, not in person. It'll be a $10 class, and I'm still working on the design, so I'm not positive. It'll be something with birdhouse or birdhouses. I'm not sure yet, but I am working on it, and I'm hoping to do it next month. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. All right, let's get these buttons dry. And let me get my glue. Okay, I'm using Stick Fast CA Thick glue. I get it off of Amazon. I haven't bought any in over a year, but they're telling me that it's about $14 for a bottle now. This was $7 something when I bought it about 1.5 years ago. Okay, see a couple little spots here I need to paint, just making sure that it's not going to show once I glue it down. Looks okay, but I've got just a little edge here that I just don't want peeking out from under. And then I'm going to take my daughter and poke through these holes where I put the paint, just to make sure that it shows that it's got 2 holes. Okay, let's dry those real quick. Okay, so I'm going to poke through. See, one of the holes is open and one's clogged with paint where I painted it. So I'm going to just poke through. And now they're both open. Both of those are closed. Okay, now they're open. All right, let's see if we can get these on here straight. I'm going to use this as my center, the center of the hanger. And this just takes a very little bit. And it will glue your fingers together. And it sticks really fast, just like its name. And it's done. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna put this right. I want to get it even with this one up and down. You have to do it quick because you only have a couple of seconds before it is set and won't move at all for you. Whereas with hot glue, you've got a minute to kind of move it around, but hot glue doesn't always stick. They will sometimes kind of pop off with it, but I don't think this is going to go anywhere once you get it on. Okay, so we're kind of touching the bottom there. Okay, let me grab, let's see if I've got any little ribbon. See what it looks like with some ribbon. I may not have any small enough. You know, I've only got probably 200 reels of ribbon and not the one I'm looking for. This is not what I would use, but just to give you an idea, you could use, I mean, I would use 3 or 4 different colors, but I would use the ribbon that is just about this width and put maybe the yellow and some green. I've even got some with bees on it. Not this small, but that's the size that I think I would use. Because I wouldn't want to completely cover the hanger up. I'm just going to tie it around here without cutting it. Because I think the hanger is what looks cool. I mean, what looks neat. But with some kind of ribbon, just something that looked cute with it. And you could add that to it and hang it. You could make a bow. So several different things that you could do there with that. It would be cute to hold a little girl's hair bows. If you put streamers down, you know, ribbon down, hanging down, you could put hair bows on it. That was Becca. Well, Becca's in school right now, but little Miss Becca Mosley suggested that. She said, oh, I could keep my hair clips or hair ribbons or anything like that on it. You could hang ribbon or jute or something down from it and put different photos on it. You could hang a calendar. You could hang photos, recipes, just so many things that you could do with it. But again, these were, and I remember my mom and aunts and using these for my uncle's pants and dad's pants when I was young. Not these particular hanger. I got these in Waco when we went to the Magnolia Farm or the Silos. We went to a little shop and they had them. So I bought them. So anyway, that's what. Let me pull you back up here. Let me get this light out of my face and get you pulled back up. There we go. All right, now let me hold it up here. See if I can get it off. Tied it good and tight. But just to give you an idea, when you're out and about, looking around and you see something, that I think is my favorite thing to do, is to find unusual things or something that somebody else is just gonna, you know, throw away, or a basket of pant hangers. Just think about, what could I paint on this? All right, let's put our Mr. like a clothespin, an oversized clothespin. We made Mr. Snowman out of him. So I just like to take that unexpected, I guess you would say. Maybe not quite so unusual, but just the unexpected. But wouldn't this be cute to hold a photo, or a little calendar, or a little something with a scripture, you know, on it, cross stitch. That would be really cute to hold cross stitch, or a picture of a chicken for your kitchen on there. I hang Bob Ross up all the time for a little bit of inspiration. So anyway, I think that is a cutie. Thanks for all y'all's input on what color to use. And there it would be, kind of with the bow up here somewhere. Lots of different things you can do. I've got something else that I've never painted on that we're going to do Thursday night. I won't tell you yet, but I've never done one. Some of the others have. Thanks, Sandy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, thanks. Yes, y'all be commenting, and especially if you're watching the replay, because I know there weren't many on here today. Everybody's working. But let me know what you would prefer for an online class. A 3 evening, or an all day, half day, all day, ever how long it takes Saturday. We would start Saturday morning at 10. If I did it on a Saturday, we would start at 10, work through, you know, just eat some lunch while we're working and get it finished up. And so that would also determine how detailed we get with it. Okay, so there's for today. Let's see if you can kind of get it zoomed in there. It's hard to get it to focus. There we go. That's a little bit. So nothing fancy, but just enough detail to make it something special and unique. All right, ladies, I'm off for today. So that's 2 lives in 1 week, and then I'm planning on doing one Thursday. So yay me! 3 in 1 week. I'm trying to be a little more consistent and at least make sure I get my one day a week in. But I'm trying to get some little things done, and so I'm going to try to bring you on every time I can when I'm painting for the next few days. Thanks so much for joining me in the middle of your day. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. We go to church tonight on Wednesday, so I'll get to see my church family. Love our church family, and it is always so much fun and always great to go worship our God. You know, he's the one that gave us all these talents, and it's just so nice to go and thank him and praise him, and I hope you get to do the same tonight. I will talk to you probably Thursday, if not before then. Bye-bye.